How about we play a game?
Can't trust.
Let's play a game. I like playing games, and maybe we can play a game together. I'll give you an organization, and you tell me 0 to 10 what your trust score would be. Okay.
Okay.
Instead of doing a speed round, we're going to do a organization, and you tell us what your. Are you a sports guy or no? Are you?
I'm not.
Okay.
I am not. My sports is international relations, I guess, and staying up to date with things like that.
I love it. So that's going to be perfect because none of this is sports. So this is fantastic.
Perfect. Wonderful.
All right. So let's start 0 to 10. Do you trust the general of Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines that they have the best interest for America? 0 to 10.
I'm going to put that at a 6 or 7.
Okay, cool. All right. How about mainstream media?
0.
No shit. Okay. How about President of the United States?
That's a tough one because it's fairly obvious we're dealing with something that we haven't really dealt with before, which is cognitive decline in a head of state in this country. But so I'm going to go ahead and put that at a 2 or 3. Okay. How about China? And that only at 2 or 3. It only gets 2 or 3 because I still have a little bit of hope left in me. I hope to be a positive looking person. That's the only reason it gets that. What an optimistic guy you are, man. That was just fantastic. How about China? 0 to 10. 0. Okay. How about the major virtual governments? I'm talking Twitter. Today Dorsey resigned, and a new guy took over. He's going to also get off the board himself. How about trust in virtual governments? Facebook, YouTube, Google, Twitter, all those guys. I'm going to say a 1, and the only reason I give it a 1 is because they had potential. They had potential to have that sort of trust that we had in established media back 50 years ago, 100 years ago, but it doesn't exist anymore. Do you think they can still change? Do you think it can change? I think it's too big of a machine. Okay. Okay. How about the top 10 richest men and women in America? I'm talking Bezos, you talk Elon Musk, all those guys, top 10. Do you trust them? I'd have to look at the list because it does shift. So I'm going to go with a 5 there because I know some of those guys in that top 10 list, and I trust them implicitly. But some of the others, and some of the ones that I don't know or that I've just met in passing that I don't. So it's I'm going to give it a 5 just because that list does change. How about the one? But a lot of those people are self-made. I mean, you look at some of these. No question about it. Yeah. And so that's the people I was talking about earlier that get up to this. So how about if I give specifics? Bezos, Musk, Buffett, Gates, and let's stay at that. Those 4 names. Yeah, Musk and Buffett on the positive side. The other 2 probably on the other. Okay, fair enough. Still puts me at a 5. Still puts me at 50-50. Jack, how about the wonderful journalists that we have in America? Yeah, there are so few actual journalists. You have to really seek out people that are doing that job, like a Glenn Greenwald, or you have to seek out those people that are after the truth, no matter where it falls, without trying to manipulate that data or write things in a certain way so that it supports their ideology and their personal agenda. So you really have to do the homework on quote unquote journalists because there are so few these days that are doing it in the tradition that we think of as journalists in this country, going out after the truth, exposing the truth, holding leaders' feet to the fire, exposing corruption, speaking truth to power. Those things are in short supply these days. How about a Fauci? I just can't. Yeah, let's put that at a 1 because of the hope factor. Did you see him on Face the Nation today? Did you see him on? I didn't. I saw a couple of the headlines, but I did not dive in yet. I mean, if you want to have a motivating day about 2022, watch it. It'll inspire you. It's a very really? It's a very sarcastically very optimistic is the direction I'm going with it. Man. Yeah, it's I've never seen him this arrogant in an interview than the one I saw today. It was a little bit weird on how it was. Typically he takes a very neutral position, and he'll still go, you will know what side he leans towards. But today was, if these politicians question somebody like me who's a scientist, I'm the guy that represents science, and we know what we're doing, and here's what we're going to be doing. It was just very concerning on the way he took the approach,
the angle he took. So if you like this little short clip from an interview I did, click over here to watch the entire interview. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.